Hello, I know that you've probably clicked on this video because it doesn't have a thumbnail, it has that super ambiguous title, and I've purposely done that. I want people to see this and click on it because I think that this is an issue that needs genuine discussion. I also understand that people don't want to listen to an off-script ramble session for like 10 minutes, so I'm just going to drop the quick little complaint I have here just so you kind of get the gist of it. So in this video, I talk about a video that I spent a lot of time working on that had to get scrapped because of the copyright system flagging it. I was not given any reasonable solution, and my options were either delete the video or reduce it to basically nothing. I also complain about the usage of AI and how it plays a hand in the copyright system, and overall this video just encapsulates kind of all of my just general disdain for how YouTube handles copyright. So that's the gist of it. I would love for you dear viewer to sit through the whole thing, but I understand we all got places to be. Not everyone wants to sit through this, but that was the short version. Here's the long version. Making sure audio is working. Okay. Um Going completely off script for this thing, just recording a little video with some thoughts of mine. So, um, a long time ago, I made a video like this where I just went off script and recorded a bunch of thoughts about things, and I wound up deleting it because I didn't like the opinions I had. Well, those opinions in that previous video were not linked to me personally, and my channel could have gone without having my opinion on those topics. So today I chose to do a video like that, but it was completely about a topic related to me. And it's more or less for a lot of other creators on YouTube. I'm a very small channel. I've only recently hit 200 subscribers, and I know that that's not a milestone by any means, but it is to me. And my views are usually around 10 or 30, 40, and I want to use that reach to kind of voice my opinion about something. So very recently, I worked on a bridge series of an old childhood anime series that I really liked. And this video took me quite an extensive amount of time. And if you don't know anything about the process of abridging an anime series, it can be very strenuous because you have lip syncing, you have all of these things that you have to sync up, and there's a lot to it. It's by no means one of the most high production forms of content in the world, but it's by no means something that you just kind of, churn out. It can be very difficult to make at times. So it's not a matter of me, coming on here to complain and be like, oh, this is so difficult. I'm coming on here to complain about the fact that within a second, and by that I mean less than that, really, of this video being up, I was met with a copyright strike and forced to remove my video. Um, I probably should have ran it through a copyright detector. I could have done that. I could have been responsible for that. But it's all a part of a larger scale issue. I've seen many commentary YouTubers or anime channels that cover a lot of content that they fall into the situation where copyright continues to be a problem. And one channel that I've really been enjoying and watching pretty recently, who I will link in the description, TheLocalW, I think that's his name, however I say it, made a Beyblade Burst review series. And it was entertaining, it was good, and it was a very fun, pleasant experience to view. But upon uploading the second part of his, or well, third, I think, it doesn't matter. Uploading one of his videos on that series, he was met with copyright strikes to his channel. And I thought we were over this. I thought this was a problem that YouTube had buried behind us in a much darker past, but it seems that copyright more recently, in the past few months, has been more of a problem for creators than it not not really like not a matter of it being as bad as it ever has been, but it's getting pretty close. I've had multiple videos where I just use small clips or small, snippets of audio, and they get copyright strikes on them, and I'm forced to remove them. And YouTube's solutions aren't extensive. You can look into it and stuff. I couldn't extensively explain your options, but it's very slim. You pretty much have the decision to either keep the strike or just remove the clip entirely, which I've had to do. And when I finished this project and I looked at it, it was around a 7-minute long video. It was a matter of trimming it or scrapping the video entirely, and I had to pick scrapping it because if I trimmed the video, it would have been 46 seconds long. I think that this being a restriction is not a good thing by any means, and will probably damage a lot of people's channels. The channel that I mentioned earlier is facing potentially losing his entire YouTube channel over this issue. The YouTuber TotallyNotMark, a YouTuber way larger than me, whose situation is a lot more known, nearly lost his entire channel, and he made long-form Dragon Ball content. So I wanted to come on here and say that I'm, I guess, in air quotes, heavy air quotes, in protest of YouTube's copyright system. If other websites can uphold a decent copyright system and not have problems as bad as this, then there's no excuse on YouTube's end. I could give many other examples of this happening with other creators. Jay Schlatt uploading his My Way cover, taken down because it used the instrumental of the song. This isn't inherently a problem, but the fact that that cover was taken down from just one creator that had millions of views, and the thousands upon literal thousands of other covers for the exact same song done by AI, which is debatably morally and legally worse from copyright standards, is perfectly fine, and those videos have gone untouched. I'm not saying get rid of copyright. That's not how the world works, and that's a very childish, almost stupid way to look at it. But what I do think is that that's not a reasonable solution. I feel that the AI situation has definitely come to a out of control state where AI songs are so simple to make and plagiarism is even more easy than you think. I can punch in a prompt into an AI song maker and make a properly structured song in seconds. And I can, although it blocks words on most of them, I can still get around their filters and use inspired by this artist. And this is not a video in protest of AI. I'm mainly making this about copyright. But the fact that copyright has not done anything to get rid of AI, a more cheap, just kind of pathetic way to plagiarize. I mean, don't get me wrong, AI has its strengths. It's been very helpful to my previous school semester. Can I even say that? But it's also been very helpful to all kinds of things. AI has been a very productive thing in a lot of ways. But the problem is that when people try to use it to plagiarize or people use it maliciously, there is no effort put into it. It's not a matter of you covered that artist. You used someone else's voice to cover an artist. And in some cases where it's a deceased person, I don't think that's morally okay. I don't think that person that is deceased would have consented, and nor can they, to having their likeness used in music format. The problem is that they're flagging videos that have been crafted with work. I mean, sure, it took me a little bit of time to make my little video, but I'm not really making this for that. I'm making this video to talk about people who've spent hours upon hours and days upon days, weeks, months even, on extremely long videos, and they have to fight off the copyright system just to keep it up. Not even get the art out in its full intended viewable form, but just to reach a compromise to have it even be visible. And I think that in of itself is wrong. I'm not saying that it's unlawful, because, if it wasn't lawful, then we wouldn't have it in the first place. But where I have problems is that there has to be a better solution than this. Because it's obvious that it's a flawed system, because we still have the AI problem. So I guess nearing the end of this video, and the end of my first ever, rant video, I wanted to firmly cement my complaints. This means nothing, and that's totally cringy and corny, and I don't know why I just did this, but this birch house represents everything I feel towards YouTube's copyright system. Birch is ugly, has purpose, and can be used in many scenarios, but for the large part is an ugly eyesore that nobody likes to look at, even if they try to make it a little bit more useful and a little bit more bearable to the eyes. So with that final closing thought, go check out smaller, I'm definitely much smaller, but go check out the channel that I link below. Give him all the support you can. Those are just my general thoughts. I'm not trying to start any huge thing. I don't think I could. I don't have a large enough voice to shout with on this platform to start anything, but largely, if you watch this and you feel the same way, maybe drop a comment, or just show some kind of support or appreciation. Anything like that, I would greatly value and appreciate. But, other than those final little thoughts, that's all I really have to say. So, see ya.